Namaste. It's Reverend Sharon, and I want you to know that we are one in love, one in spirit, one in truth, and one in God. Nowadays, it seems as if everyone I talk with is going through some kind of adversity, from family and friends to folks I meet every day. People are experiencing challenges in their lives. Adversity touches everyone sooner or later, whether it's the transition of a loved one, the foreclosure of a home, the loss of a job, or the diagnosis of a health challenge. However, it's how we handle those adversities that defines who we are and what we believe. Some people crumble under the pressures of difficult times, while others face similar challenges but have a totally different reaction. Instead of it weakening them, obstacles and trials make them stronger because they have learned to see beyond the appearance and to stand firm and depend only upon the presence and power of God. Adversity can either be a dead end or a bridge to absolute truth. The choice is up to us. When we can only see the limitation, the lack, or the problem, then we are unable to find a solution or a way out. When we can see the challenge as an opportunity for growth or a means of expressing the omnipotence of God working in and through us, then it becomes a bridge leading to our ability to express our highest and greatest good. Krishna, Jesus, Muhammad, the Buddha, and all the wise men of the ages have each overcome some great obstacle or challenge in their lives. None of us will live lives completely untouched by adversity, but in going through those hardships and challenges, we can become more powerful, stronger, positive, faith filled, and compassionate versions of ourselves. Like any other person on this planet, my life has been filled with both adversity and opportunity. On the difficult side of the ledger, at one time or another, my life has been visited by financial loss, loss of loved ones, and even numerous health experiences. Looking back, any one of those experiences could have broken me. None of them did. On the contrary, by facing and eventually overcoming those challenges, I came to realize what's important and not important in life. I was able to define what I know to be true about God and about myself. I learned how much determination, strength, and power I actually have within me, and where I can turn in times of doubt, worry, and confusion. See, I don't believe that we really grow as much from the easy, comfortable, and stress free moments we experience as we do from those tough, dark, and challenging ones. We cannot grow unless we learn to find and embrace the joy in our adversities. And the joy is always there despite the temporary pain. You just have to look for it by changing your perspective and bringing it forth. It's about embracing the opportunity to call the appearance a lie. And as crazy as it may sound, being thankful for that challenge because you understand that the purpose of the challenge is the growth and development of your soul and to lead you back into alignment with absolute truth and your highest and greatest good. It's also about learning to trust spirit. No one is going to trust anyone or something which they don't believe is dependable, trustworthy, or reliable. But knowing that God is principle, that God is absolute good, and that God's good is a constant and unchanging power ever flowing in your life isn't just reason enough to trust God, but to unconditionally trust spirit in every area of your life, and not just for any obstacle or condition you might face. So there's never any reason to stress, to become fearful, or let life's challenges drag you into a dark tunnel of emotional decay. Let me read the Apostle Paul's words from 2 Corinthians. It says, I've worked much harder, been jailed more often, beaten up more times than I can count, and at death's door time after time. I've been flogged 5 times with the Jews, 39 lashes, beaten by Roman guards 3 times, pummeled with rocks once. I've been shipwrecked 3 times and immersed in the open sea for a night and a day. In hard traveling, year in and year out, I've had to ford rivers, fend off robbers, struggle with friends, struggle with foes. I've been at risk in the city, at risk in the country, endangered by desert sun and sea storm, and betrayed by those I thought were my brothers. I've known drudgery and hard labor, many a long and lonely night without sleep, missed a meal, blasted by the cold, naked to the weather. Now that's a lot to go through. But despite it all, Paul was not distressed or dismayed. When you find yourself experiencing a moment, a day, or a season of challenges, remember James chapter 1, verses 2 to 8, which reads, "Consider it pure joy, my brothers and sisters, whenever you face trials of many kinds, because you know that the testing of your faith produces perseverance. Let perseverance finish its work so that you may be mature and complete, not lacking anything. Count it all joy." Wow. Count it all joy. Take your focus off the appearance, off the experience, or the condition, and start seeing the goodness, the beauty, and the love all around you. Find the happiness, joy, and blessings that are available and freely offered by life to each one of us, in spite of any difficult circumstances that we may perceive. As I have slowly, uncomfortably, and often ungraciously learned to embrace the challenges in my own life, and I'm still learning, I've learned that as human beings, we are far more resilient than we believe ourselves to be. And as spiritual beings, we are more powerful than we can begin to conceive and accept ourselves as already being. I've also come to realize more and more that it's only when we open our minds, our hearts, and our spirit to the full spectrum of our spiritual experience that we can tap into our innate reserves of resilience, courage, power, and strength, giving us the wisdom and the ability to face any and every adversity. So our affirmation, I'm going to say it once and then ask you to say it with me 3 times. And it is, within me is the resilience, courage, power, strength, and wisdom to face any adversity in life. Please repeat that with me. I know it's long. Within me is the resilience, courage, power, strength, and wisdom to face any adversity in life. Within me is the resilience, courage, power, strength, and wisdom to face any adversity in life. And one last time, within me is the resilience, courage, power, strength, and wisdom to face any adversity in life. Let us be still and turn within, knowing that there is only one presence, one power, and one mind. And we call it God, Spirit, Divine Intelligence, the All Source. We recognize that there is no separation between who we are as spiritual beings and God. Flowing within, through, and as us is the essence, the energy, the intelligence, and the very power of spirit. So no matter what comes our way, no matter the challenge, the obstacle, or what the situation appears to be, we are more powerful than any appearance we can ever come up against. We see through the appearance and call forth the good that lies behind it. We call forth joy in the midst of the appearance of sadness and sorrow. We call forth clarity in the midst of worry and doubt. We call forth harmony and peace in the midst of chaos and confusion. We call forth wholeness and health in the midst of disease and sickness. We call forth abundance and money substance in the midst of lack and limitation. And we call forth unconditional love in the midst of unforgiveness and intolerance. So I speak these words of affirmation and truth and know that they shall not return unto me void. And I willingly and joyfully release them to the universe in complete trust and faith, knowing that it is already done. And together we say, and so it is. I want to leave you with this quote by an unknown author, which simply says, adversity has a way of introducing us to our better selves if we're open to it. Living Truth family and friends, whatever challenges you have in your life right now, each of them offers an opportunity for you to learn, grow, and come to know yourself and God more fully. Let your adversities become the light in what otherwise would have been an endless, dark, and dreary tunnel. And remember, life doesn't happen to you, it happens for you and for your highest and greatest good. Peace and abundant blessings. If you like this content and you enjoy our messages, please like, share, and subscribe. We'd love to have you join our community.